Hey, I'm Cornelis and welcome to Your Band is a Business, the channel where I talk about the day-to-day realities of being an independent musician. Today I want to start a new series about marketing. In case you don't know, my day job, as it were, is in digital marketing, and I've been doing it for quite a few years now. I've worked for all kinds of businesses, really big companies that you've heard of, right down to startups with 15 employees. For the past 2 years, I've been working as a contractor, a freelance contractor. So I help businesses set up their digital marketing strategies. I do analysis, forecasting, all that kind of stuff. And what that means in practical terms for you is that I'm going to be able to help you understand how you can use digital marketing for yourself as a musician or band or any other kind of creative artist. Now, I want this content to be of practical use to you, which means that I'm going to keep them as short as possible, bite-sized, so that you don't have to sit through half an hour a video just to pick up a few nuggets. And as well as that, I want it to be interactive. So if you have any questions about anything, hit me up in the comments and I'll either answer them there or I'll make a new video. Anyway, let's just jump into it. Today, I want to show you how to set up a Facebook business account and how to set up your first Facebook ad. Now, I know that it's easy enough to just hit that boost button underneath your Instagram post or your Facebook post. And while that is a good way to get started, it's not really the way you want to keep on doing it, because it's not a good way to really target the right kinds of people. If you use the business account manager, then you have some more features and you're able to be more precise in the way that you go about things, which means that you're saving money and you're using money in a more efficient way. So the first thing you need to do is obviously log into Facebook and then navigate to business.facebook.com. Then you need to hit the Create Business button, and it will ask you to enter your details. So it will be the name of your band or business, your name, email address, your address for the payment details, where you're located, all that kind of stuff. It's standard stuff, so make sure you enter all of that. Here we are in the account that I've set up already. If you're doing this for the first time, it will prompt you to link a Facebook page to this account. I'm going to assume that you already have a Facebook page set up. If you don't, I can help you with that as well, but I'll assume you have one. And then next, it will ask you to start setting up a campaign. Don't worry, you don't have to spend anything right now. You can just set something up, but leave it paused. Because I've already set this account up, in order to get to that section, I need to navigate here to Ads Manager. And then I click Create. So if you're doing this for the very first time, if you're setting up an account for the first time, you will see a screen that is very similar to this. It will basically ask you what kind of campaign you want to run. Now, I can go into detail about various kinds of campaigns and how they fit into your overall marketing strategy in the future, and I'll do that for sure. But today, let's just keep it simple. I think most musicians are interested either in promoting a video, so getting a video out there, and traffic, so sending people to a web page or maybe a landing page that then refers to music on Spotify or Apple Music, things like that. Those are the two main campaigns that I think most people are interested in. So let's start with a traffic campaign. So I'll just call it test traffic campaign. So you don't need to worry about these two options for now. This is useful later though, creating a A/B test where you can evaluate two different kinds of ads against each other, for example. Within a campaign is a subfolder called an ad set. Now, best practice is usually to name the ad set after the audience that you're targeting. So for example, I will put indie rock fans and I'll put GB for Great Britain, and I'll put 18 to 45 or something like that. I'm going to leave this on website. Not going to change anything here. So audience. Now this is the most powerful function of Facebook and Instagram ads, and this is beyond what you can really do just through the boost feature. This allows you to really create a very custom and specific audience to target. I think creating audiences is quite an involved topic, so I will go into more depth in future videos. For now, I'm going to keep it relatively simple just so that you get an overview of how it works. So the first thing we can do is look at the location. It's already set as a default to the UK because that's where I'm based, and ages 18 to 65. I'm going to lower that. This is where some market research is useful to find out who your target market is, or perhaps you can use ads to figure out who your target market is. But let's just imagine that I know that my target market is 18 to 45 in the UK and all genders. Detailed targeting, this is really useful. This has to do with demographics, interest groups, what pages people have liked and favorited, who they're following. So for example, if I put in indie rock, let's see if anything, yeah, indie rock appears as an interest group. I can also look up a band. So for example, what would be, I don't know, Slaves. Slaves are not really an indie rock band, but okay, let's say that the band that I'm trying to promote sounds maybe like the Slaves, or we think that fans of Slaves will like our band as well. So I hit that. As you can see here on the right hand side, this number will update depending on what you're targeting. So for example, let me just narrow this down to 18 to 21. Let's see how that changes. So the amount of people that we can potentially reach lowers when I narrow that range. And if I increase it back to 45, as you can see, the potential amount of people out there that we can reach has widened. So I think when it comes to promoting ourselves as independent musicians, I think it's really important to be as specific as possible about the types of people that we are looking to reach. And as I said earlier, this targeting, the targeting options in Facebook are quite there's lots of ways to target different people. You can target people based on interests and where they are, whether they've watched your video, how much of your video they've watched, whether they visited your website with something called tracking pixels. You can even get to the stage where you can promote to people that, for example, have bought a piece of merchandise from you or a ticket. That's all advanced stuff, and I'll go into that in the future. So, but let's just keep it simple for now. So we've entered the details here. We can change the languages, for example, because we're targeting the UK. You know, you don't really have to change that, but if you want to be thorough, then we would just make sure that we are targeting people. Let's do all English speakers. And connections is whether they have liked our page or their friends have liked our page. There's all kinds of options here. So for example, I'm going to exclude people that have liked my page, because that means I'm targeting people that don't know about me yet. And then I can add that page. So as you can see, I'm excluding people that have already liked my page. So I'm targeting people that like indie rock, they like Slaves, but they haven't heard about me yet. And then what I can do is I can save this audience. I'm just gonna call it UK 18 to 45 Slaves, indie rock. I'll put non-fans because they're not fans of me yet. Placements. Now this is very important, I think. Uh, don't go with automatic placements, because this is the setting which determines where on Facebook and Instagram your ads will show. Now, this is something that once you get more advanced, it's something you should definitely test. But for now, I would always recommend for your ads to only show in the feed, unless you want to show ads specifically in Instagram and Facebook stories. That's a another topic to go into in the future. But this is just a way. I'm just showing you how to set it up, and we'll just keep it simple, as I said. So I would uncheck Messenger and Audience Network, and I would get rid of everything except the Facebook news feed and Instagram feed. So no stories today. We'll do that another time. No stream, no search, no in article. Okay, that's it. Instagram feed and the Facebook feed. Now we're at the section where we determine how much we're going to spend, how we are going to spend it, and over what time period. There are different options for optimizing the ads. We'll just stick with link clicks for now. The average cost per click that we're going to pay. So how much are we willing to pay for every person that clicks on our ads? So I'm just going to put £1 for now. There's a whole strategy behind determining how much you want to pay for every click. Again, it's something I will go into more detail in the future. And daily budget, I'm going to stick with 20 quid. Now again, if you're doing this for the first time, don't worry, you don't have to set this live, you don't have to spend any money. You can just go through this process just to learn how to do it, and then later you can think about what your marketing strategy is, how much you want to spend, all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to set a start and end date, so I'm going to set one for until Monday night. Actually, that's in June. See, you have to be careful. So let's do it until I'm not going to set this live, so it doesn't matter. But just always be careful what the settings are. And it says here at the bottom, your ad will run for 5 days. You'll spend no more than £100. Here are some other advanced features. Again, something that we'll discuss in the future, but basically you can set it so that your ads only show on particular hours of the day, for example, or that you will show ads to certain people multiple times versus trying to reach as many people as possible. There's all kinds of variations, which is why this way of doing ads is much better than just hitting that boost button. This way of setting up Facebook ads and Instagram ads just gives you a lot more control. Now we are able to actually create our ad. Now you can upload an image or a video. There are different types of ads, carousel ads, things like that. We'll just stick with a single image ad. Let's see, add media. I'm going to find one I've done earlier. So this was the single that I promoted recently. You can do some more customizations there, but that's for another time. Here you can enter some text. So listen to Cornelis's new single today. And here on the right hand side you can see what the ad will look like, so you get a preview. So I'm just going to keep it really simple. It's the best thing ever. Now I'm just going to put my website here. In reality, you want to have a good landing page where you send people to, possibly a squeeze page where people enter their email address, or perhaps to a page that has links to Spotify or directly to Spotify. There's all kinds of things that you can do, and that's what you have to think about when you come up with your marketing strategy. So that's potentially a topic for another video. To how do you think up of your marketing strategy. Ignore this for now. Tracking, it's more advanced stuff, but very, very useful, very powerful. And then I hit confirm. Oh, I haven't selected the Instagram accounts. Okay, so you've seen the process from start to finish now. You've seen how to set up a business account, how to set up a campaign with an ad set, with an ad, with targeting, with a budget, and you know how to set it live or pause it, and you're ready to go. But I suggest that you wait. I suggest that you first have a think about your end goals. I suggest that you come up with a marketing strategy to think about how you can best achieve those goals with the budget that you have. So let's discuss that in the next video. We'll talk about how to start thinking about these things so that you're making the most of what you're doing. Okay, that's it for now. Like I said, this is a series. I'm going to be making more videos where we go into all the different aspects in more detail. But if you do have any questions in the meantime, then hit me up in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. That's it for today. If you like this video, please like it. Please hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, share it with anybody that you think could benefit from it. And remember to join me in my Facebook group where you can get help from me and other people that are interested in this topic of marketing and business as an independent musician. That's it. I'll speak to you guys next time.